Hi there. So with the reopening of golf that's coming up soon, I just thought we'd give you a quick refresher on tee booking and some of the frequently asked questions that we get asked from members and club admins alike around the booking limit rules and why is it that certain players are able to get on the tee sheet before I do, and why is it that whenever I go to the tee sheet it's always full. So I'm just going to bring up a couple of devices. So I have Andrew over here on the left, Brian in the middle, and I've got Craig on the right here who's on the website. So I've got a couple of phones and then Craig is on the right there. So I'm just going to go home on each of these devices. So quite simply, from the app it's just tee times, book, and that's going to take us into the system, and on the website it's my golf and book a tee time. And we're going to get into the booking system. Just bring that one in as well. Excuse me, apologies for that. So it's quite straightforward. I'm able to book tee times on the given time. You can see it's 33 minutes past 8 at the moment, so the next available time is 8:40. So I'm able to book tee times today from 8:40. If I just pop into tomorrow, I can select the times that are available, and then I can select how many players I want to book for, and then I can enter the details of my playing partners. So just going to pop a member in there. So enter the first three letters of your playing partner's surname. So we're going to add Brian in. We're going to add Craig in. And we're going to have our mate David in. So we can see we've got myself, Brian, Craig and David. And then just finish the booking. Now when I go back into my app, we can see that the booking is on there. If Craig goes back into his app, he's also going to see, Brian, he's also going to see that he's been booked in because it's in there, and it's also shown in the tee times. And if I just go into Saturday as Craig over in the website, I can see the 4 people that are on that in that slot. If I go to home and scroll down, we'll see my tee times, and we can see that I've been booked in. Okay. If your golf club allow it, you can then edit your bookings. So you have the option to remove yourself from the booking and hand responsibility to the second player, or cancel the booking entirely. I'm just going to cancel the booking entirely just to... are you sure you want to cancel this tee time? Yes. And there you go. Tee time is gone. So if I now refresh the phone here, we'll see the tee time has gone. If I go in there, nothing found. And if I refresh my home page here, you'll see my bookings are no longer there. So straightforward how it works. It works exactly the same on the website. So yeah, my golf, book tee time, select the day I want to play, select, you'll see it's exactly the same. I can select my players. So moving on to the limit, the booking limit within the next 7 days. So just to explain that today is always day 0, and today does not count to your limit on your bookings in the future 7 days. So tomorrow is always day 1, and then that steps through. So day 1, 2, you can see that we've got booking ability on all of these days. 3, and day 7 is the final day, and there's no booking availability on that yet because the golf club have a setting what they can set which determines what day the 7th day opens, and I've left that closed just for now, so I can demonstrate why and how and why people seem to be able to get in the tee sheet before others. I'll demonstrate that shortly, but so we can see there that I've got my bookings in the that are available. So if I want to pop in a booking, I'm just going to pop in for my own there for Saturday. So Craig's booked in on Saturday, and then we can book another time for say Sunday. Now on this particular club here, the club allow 2 bookings in the upcoming 7 days. So there's 2 bookings in the upcoming 7 days. So if I now go to book a tee time, we'll notice that today I'm still able to book. I have booking options because today doesn't count as one of our future bookings in 7 days. However, if I go to Monday, you'll notice that I get the pop-up warning me that the club has set a limit, and I've reached that limit, and you'll notice I have no ability to book. There are no buttons, and that will be on all of the days moving forwards. There is just no way I can book, and that works exactly the same. If somebody books me in, it still knows it's me and it will block it. If I was to say remove myself from that booking or cancel that booking and go back to Monday, you'll see I can book on Monday because I've only got 1 booking in the future 7 days because I've just cancelled Sunday. Pop that back in, come down to my bookings, you'll see I've got Saturday and Monday because I cancelled Sunday. Okay, just going to cancel it off, and there we go. You're home. So even if you've filled up, you can still book today because today does not count towards your future bookings. So if you've got your quota filled up and you're sat looking out the window thinking it's a lovely afternoon and I'd like to go and maybe get some golf in if there's any spare time. If there's any spare time today, yes, you can go today because it's not one of your future bookings. And the second point that I wanted to show you, the second big talking point I want to show you is why is it that other players always seem to get on the tee sheet before you do, or why is it whenever you go onto the tee sheet it's always full and you can't figure out why everyone's getting on before you. We get this question quite a lot. So if I look at the 7th day, we basically allow the clubs the ability to select what time that 7th day opens. So I bring all of my devices up here onto the 7th day, which in particular case is going to be the 26th. We'll see there are no select buttons because the particular club that I'm on here haven't actually allowed the tee booking to open yet. We haven't reached the time while they set it. So for purposes of this video, I'm going to bring that time forward slightly there to 20:45. So bear with me 1 second when I set that up and save that, and then I'll explain. So I've set that so that the tee sheet or the tees on the 7th day are going to open at 20:45. So as we can see at the moment, these pages are static web pages and they're accurate at the time when I last updated them. So if I go home and my golf and book a tee time and then into that time again, you'll see that this page is still blank, but I actually updated this one at 20:44 and this one was probably 20:43, something like that. So once that clicks over to 20:45, I'll be able to demonstrate, but you'll notice that when it clicks over, it will not automatically update and show you the select buttons. You have to manually refresh the page to update the information that's in there. And the reason why people seem to be able to get into the T-sheet quicker than others is because what they're basically doing is, as this time clicks over, they're going to refresh that page, and it's quite a simple process to do. You just literally press on the date and it will refresh it. So if I do it now at 2044 still, you'll see it's not, there's no update on it yet. So there we go, 2045 is just clicked over. So if I just click the date over here, we'll see we have select buttons over here. Now these two, Brian and Craig here, they haven't got the select buttons because I haven't refreshed it. So Andrew over here is able to get on the T-sheet because he's refreshed it. He's able to actually get on the T-sheet and make a booking, and we'll be able to see that booking in the system there. It's on there on the 26th of March, and it's in, and we've got it on there. And both Brian and Craig haven't yet seen that because they haven't refreshed. If I simply just press the date, that will force a refresh, and we'll see that Andrew is in the T-sheet in front of us. So all we have to do is, whenever our T-sheet opens, just make sure we press on that date nice and early, and we'll be able to see when other players. And I can demonstrate that again once more, because I'm going to book Brian here into the slot, finish that booking, and then go back into the app, and we can see that Brian has joined Andrew, and Craig can't see that because Craig hasn't actually updated it. So if I just simply click on the date, that forces a refresh, and I can now see that Brian is in there. So all you've got to do is just, when the time that your golf club open up the T-sheet on the 7th day, and that's completely up to your golf club. They all have the ability to choose their own time, wherever they say it is. My particular golf club's 5 o'clock in the evening, but it's free for the golf club to select what they want. When that clicks over, just hit that date. That will update the time, and then you will be able to see the most up-to-date version of the T-sheet. So if you're trying to get in there and someone else has already got it, you're not going to be able to, because you weren't refreshed and you didn't realize they'd already taken the slot. Okay, I hope that helps you with your tee bookings. Obviously golf opens quite soon, March 29th, so good luck with your golf, good luck with your tee bookings, and enjoy it. Stay safe, people.